Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Well, I've got the Bryant meter and its fluke bag, and I want to get rid of the Bryant label and clean up the fluke bag and take off the Bryant permanent marker and see if I can't get this thing back to where it's recognizable as something that belongs to me instead of Charles Bryant. To do that, I've assembled a batch of different things: alcohol and water, mineral spirits, isopropyl alcohol, and this is called Grease Lightning, but I think it's actually Mr. Clean. Just general purpose household cleaner. I want to start with the mildest operation first. I don't want to destroy the bag or cause it to crack or something, so I'm going to start with we're going to call it Mr. Clean. Now, because the case of the meter and the bag are two separate things, this one's probably vinyl of some kind, and I think this is a PVC. I'm going to carefully go at them with the weakest solution first and work my way up. That doesn't seem to be doing anything to the permanent marker. It is getting the dirt off the bag though, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Well, at least now there isn't any grease, and it's gotten rid of most of the dust and other stuff that's on the bag, but it really didn't touch the permanent marker at all. Pretty much nothing. Okay, that was the Mr. Clean. Now we'll try alcohol and water. I use alcohol and water for a lot of things, as lubricant for when I'm sanding, especially on auto bodies. The water makes it so that the sandpaper holds up longer, especially wet and dry sandpaper. It doesn't plug as easy, and that works pretty good. But the alcohol does a nice job of wiping off the dirt, acts as a solvent, and it also makes the water dry faster. Now, I'm not a chemist. Don't claim anything as far as chemistry background other than high school chemistry, and wasn't really good at that. Well, it does seem to be removing it, but I'm not sure that's permanent marker. I think that might just be some kind of random dirt. Toothbrush is a handy thing to have, especially when you're trying to clean up something like this. Just getting in there and scrubbing on it, cleaning out the indented fluke on the bag. Now the alcohol is definitely cutting something off of it. Looks like the permanent marker is losing in the battle to stay on the plastic. Okay, that actually works pretty good. Wonder what's going to happen if I increase the dosage. We'll go with straight alcohol. Wipe off the back of this thing. It's actually done pretty well. The inside of the bag is just full of sand. Okay, alcohol and water. Now we're going to go with straight alcohol. Straight alcohol is never really straight alcohol. It always absorbs water. Even if you leave the cap loose on the bottle, it'll suck water right out of the air. This is as close to 91% alcohol as I can get it. Had to change the camera batteries, but it also gave the alcohol a little time to soak. Well, Bryant faded quite a bit, but it's still there. But the bag is very clean. So alcohol removes dirt from vinyl quite well, but it seems to be defeated by permanent marker. Okay, we have done those things. Now we get out the big guns. I'm not really a big fan of using mineral spirits on plastic. It can cause problems. So I'm just going to use just a little bit to see what happens. I don't want to soak the thing with it. Absolutely no change. Ah, there's a little bit coming off on the paper. So it must be doing something. I just hope it's not taking gray plastic off. Well, it's doing something, but it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. On places that hadn't been hit with the alcohol, it's taking it off just about as good as the alcohol did. Neither one's doing a whole lot. You can still see Bryant on there. It's where the mark is thickest. It's definitely taking some off. You can see it on the paper. But I think the vinyl is just too porous and the marker is getting down in too far to take off with any kind of surface treatment. I can make it fade. It seems like heating up the surface by rubbing it seems to make a difference. The faster I rub it, the more it seems to come up. But I think that's just heating the surface. Oh, we can see it's faded. Wipe it down with a dry cloth so I can get that mineral spirits off of the vinyl. I don't want it making it crack. Wonder if something like auto armor would work. It's definitely cleaner. It's faded quite a bit. Well, that's trying it on vinyl. Let's see what our same series of things does with the PVC case. First, we'll try the Mr. Clean. That's taking the dirt off. It's doing its job. It's cleaning off the fingerprints and grime from the case itself. Not doing a whole lot for the permanent marker. Nope, no effect whatsoever. Does make it stand out better because it's taking the dirt that's behind the black magic marker and making the surface yellow again so that the magic marker shows up better. Toothbrush, great thing to have. Cleans your teeth as long as you're willing to put up with it, and then it goes to its real purpose and cleans up your electronic equipment without scratching their surface. Well, that's as clean as I'm going to get it with Mr. Clean. So now we try the alcohol and water. It is taking off a little bit of it, but not much. Well, it does take off the permanent marker, but once again, I think it's down into the pores far enough on the PVC. Not gonna get it. Even scrubbing like the dickens. Nope. Not gonna get it. Okay. Now we try the mineral spirits. Spading a little bit more. But it's still there. taking off some, but nowhere near enough. Right there, it's pretty well faded. This is without anything done to it. This bottom row. And this is with everything up to mineral spirits. Now we get out the big guns. This is brake cleaner. Contains tetrachloroethylene. Not sure what tetrachloroethylene is, but they give you enough warnings. They say don't about 10 times. So we're going to spray some on a rag and see what it does. Brake cleaner. Well, that works, but it's also taking the plastic off. That's yellow in there. That's plastic coming off. That's why this stuff is working. It's actually dissolving the surface. Surface is a little matte finish there now. So okay, brake cleaner does work. I think you want to be real careful about what you use it on though. One, because it says no so many times. And two, because it seems to melt the plastic. I can see a line where I've actually scrubbed through. Take a little bit of that mild soap solution, the Mr. Clean, and rub over the top of it. Definitely gone. This is electronic cleaner. It's supposed to be a little milder. Contains isohexane, don't know what that is, difluoroethane, hexane, and ethanol. Ethanol. That's alcohol. Well, if you use electronic cleaner after you use the brake cleaner and rub the dickens out of it, it kind of polishes up the plastic and gets rid of the matte finish. So if you were in a desperate situation and needed to take off some permanent marker off PVC cabinet or a PVC component, brake cleaner works. Now, it's been suggested that we try PVC cleaner to remove the permanent marker. I'm going to leave Kalamazoo, Michigan on there because that's where it is. This is Kalamazoo, Michigan, close enough. We're in Richland, which is just to the northeast of Kalamazoo, but I think it's close enough. And probably if I wrote David Nicewonder on there, I could cover up most of the Charles. I'd just have to take this off, which I could do with the brake cleaner. We've proved that it does work. Okay. I do want to try some PVC cleaner. The only thing that's a problem for me right now is the only PVC cleaner that I have. Purple primer. Purple primer will definitely make it so that you will not see the Bryant. Problem being, then the thing is going to be purple. I want to get a little can of PVC cleaner and see if that'll work, because I'm reasonably certain this is PVC. or something really close to PVC. So the brake cleaner takes off the permanent marker, but it does tend to take away the plastic too. And I don't know what the long-term effects are going to be. Looks like I've got most of it off with the Mr. Clean, and we should be all right. I do want to try some PVC cleaner. My only problem is the stuff that I have for cleaning PVC is called purple primer. Purple primer is purple so that the inspector can look at any PVC pipes that you put together and know that you've put it on there. It stains everything purple. And if you get sloppy with it, it'll stain you purple, and it'll stain the floor purple, and everything else purple permanently. I mean, really permanently. It goes down into the PVC to the point where you can't wipe it off without actually abrading away the PVC. About the same thing to your hands too. This would cover up Charles Bryant's name, but I really don't want to have the whole meter covered with purple daubs. And like I said, chances are I'm going to put it in places that I don't want it, and it doesn't come off. It's worse than permanent marker because it actually dissolves the PVC. So I'll see if I can get some clear PVC cleaner. But for now, I'm going to say that the winner is CRC Brake Clean, Brake Parts Cleaner. Strongest brake clean formula. Non-flammable. I got this at Harbor Freight. Go figure. And it was fairly inexpensive. I used it because I had the brake job on the Sonoma that I had to do, so I got the can of brake cleaner. And now I've used it on the Beckman meter. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to try that other cleaner.